Hello, Sagittarius. Welcome to your monthly reading for December 2025. This is for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. We're going to jump right in. If you are new to my channel, by the way, I'm going to give you your astrological overview. Then I'm going to do your full Celtic Cross spread. Then I break it down week by week. We'll pull more cards than the other spread. Yeah. And as you can see, I'm still on my road trip. After seeing my family and Thanksgiving, I'm at a hotel in Virginia. I got Ruby behind me with this. She didn't want to get off the bed. I do a makeshift bed for her right here. Anyway, good to see you, Sagittarius. The other thing is, I really want you to pay attention to the first 2 weeks. I'm going to focus on the first 2 weeks of December because I am going to be also working on your 2026 forecast. So this is a little abbreviated, but when we break it down week by week, we're gonna talk for so also happy birthday, Sagittarius. What's happening? I hope you're having an amazing birthday season. The other thing is we're here, okay? So let's just get started. This is it. We're here. This is the last month, obviously, of 2025. Congratulations, you made it, okay? But also bon voyage. Right? Yeah. Because your journey, it's just beginning. Yeah, that's right. December is, it's just a month, right? It's just a word. We know time is fluid. And when I say you're just getting started, everything from this point forward leads up to the big Saturn-Neptune conjunction in February 2026. Now, it's not just a new synodic cycle. It's happening at 0 degrees, okay? Aries, right? The beginning of the beginning. Never experienced in modern human history. That is the Great Reset, not New Year's. It's in February, okay? I've been saying month after month after month after month, Sagittarius, out with the old, in with the new, ever since the prison portal, right? If you don't know what that is, I'll leave that video at the end of this video, what you, Sagittarius, can expect for the next 2 years, but this month, you are fully migrating into this new you, okay? And especially so for you with the new moon. And so I actually want you to think about what happened for you this past summer. You got a glimpse of what your life could be like starting in February, all right? That was the prism portal, the rare grand trine, all right? But I say that because everything from this point forward, like I said, everything, I'm sorry, I gotta get more comfortable here. Everything is it's about to change. So everything is gonna change. You're already seeing it. You're experiencing it, and it's because you're adapting to this brand new world, your brand new era that the prison portal has been bringing you, right? To be that spiritual warrior. Half the solar system was retrograde last month. It gave you a lot of time to reflect, right? On everything that you've gone through, not only over the summer, but eclipse season in September, the rare aspects of October, the hot mess of November, and comparatively December, quiet, okay? It starts out a little, adventurous. You got Mars in your sign. You got Venus in your sign. Obviously, the sun in your sign. You're about to have the moon in your sign, right? You're on a quest right now, all right, as soon as the month begins, to expand, to bring more meaning in your life. That's what you're doing, okay? Focusing on you. And it's all about you, right, with the sun in your sign. And so a lot of this is going to be through relationships, education, travel. Sagittarius energy, as you know, is just broadening your horizons, being open-minded. Yeah, you could feel happy-go-lucky this month, all right? Because it is your birthday season. You've got planets bundled. You have a stellium in your sign. Mars and Venus, come on, that's amazing. First half, all right? First half. Use it, please, because the other thing that's happening is you're about to get really serious, all right? You're definitely going to be business in the front and the back, all right? And the reason I say that is because this month, December, will be owned operated, manufactured, licensed, all by Saturn, who officially went direct in Pisces November 27th. And so this is the planet of hard work and discipline and life lessons and karma. And he's going to make December feel real, okay? For 3 reasons. 1, he's been giving you handouts. He's been part of all of those grand water trines. Yeah? You saw his good side. He cracked jokes with you. He taught you how to play Green Day on guitar. But here's the thing. His vacation's over. He's back to work as the authority. He's got the ruler out, the aviators on, the ones with the mirrors, okay? He's not messing around. He sees you. 2, we're entering Capricorn season. Now, that energy is a little bit more serious. It's austere. It's sobering. It's all about structure, ambition, rolling up your sleeves, and Saturn just happens to be Capricorn's ruler. Not only that, you see, Mars is moving into Capricorn, the god warrior. So Mars happens to be exalted in Capricorn, meaning he does his best in Capricorn over all the signs. So you've got the 2 malefic planets, Mars and Saturn, coming out to play hard, okay? Meaning you are also coming out to play hard too. Like, you're not going to let anything stop you from reaching your legacy, right? GTFO. 3, Neptune officially goes direct in Pisces after being retrograde since July 4th. So all your spiritual downloads that you've had are going to be tested because Saturn is reality checks, okay? He makes you work with an E. Yeah, and just for fun, I'm going to throw in 4. Remember that time that I said Capricorn energy is austere and a little bit stern? Yeah. Well, we have a stellium in Capricorn as well. Mars, Venus are all moving into Capricorn. Mercury, the sun. Yeah, that's 4 planets in a sign. That's all about rolling up your sleeves. Or your jean shorts. Whatever you do you. Sagittarius, you do you. But remember, you play by Saturn's rules. You do the work, you're going to pass his tests, all right? And because this is Saturn's month, December can feel like the SATs. Yeah, but you took them. You took them. You're going to be fine. You took the classes the past few months since the summer. You took these classes through life experiences. They prepared you for this moment. And so you're going to ace this test because that's the benefit, right, of all this Saturnian energy. Capricorn is the mountain goat, all right? They're not known for their descent. You're going to make it to the top in your jean shorts, and the good news is it is your birthday season, and you've got all of this Sagittarius energy bringing in all this optimism that really does, it's going to help soften Saturn's edges. But I am going to point out the fact that, as always, the blue asterisk, best aspects of the month, right? Yeah. So, the other thing is, if you are watching this the day that I upload it, you're probably already feeling full moon in Gemini. Okay? 13 degrees happening around 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's New York City time. Now, I talk about, I really talk more about it in your December astrology overview, the live stream that I did. I'll leave that at the end of this video too. Think about what happened for you at the end of May. What seed did you plant there? Because there's something that's coming to culmination, right? And Gemini's your opposite sign. So it has to do with marriage and love and relationships, contracts, agreements, one-on-one relationships. It could be like a relationship with your boss or your intern. It doesn't matter. It can be work-related, but there is definitely going to be some clarity, especially after coming out of Mercury retrograde. But here's the bigger news, Sagittarius. This full moon, you're going to feel restless, okay? And I say that because the moon is going to be bending the nodes of fate. 13 degrees exact. like a protractor. And sure, we've had the bending of the nodes with Mars and Venus recently. This is the moon on the lunar nodes of fate. So a couple things here. A, expect change. Yeah? And again, you can experience it, you can feel it for 2 weeks, up to 2 weeks after, even up to a month after. Okay, so if it's not on the dot, it's a process. Yeah? Not only is it a full moon, but it's strong mutable energy that we've got here. Okay? Gemini being a mutable sign like you, Sagittarius. All right? With this, Sun in your sign. It's a Mercury ruled full moon too, so you could get a message around this time, and it could be something destined with the nodes of fate. Gemini energy is very social, it's networking, you could announce something, yeah? It's also very gossip, rumor energy. Gemini has the gift of gab, so perhaps it's immutable. Haha. Listen, there's gonna be likely some travel, maybe a writing or creative project as well. Business, maybe there's some adjustments there. Remember, when I say partnerships, it can be love or career, it can be your best friend. Just think one-on-one, okay? And especially agreements and contracts. And we're gonna talk about that in a second because Juno, remember, is in your sign, yeah? Okay? So just know that this is gonna have some impact, all right, on all the mutable signs, including you. And I say that because you've got the full moon in Gemini, the sun in your sign, you got the full moon and the sun bending the nodes, yeah? North node in Pisces, south node in Virgo, the other two mutable signs. When I say expect change, with the nodes of fate on top of that, there's going to be some change, okay? You also got a big pile up. Remember, Venus, Mars, and the Sun and Juno all bundled in your sign, all right? So just be flexible, be willing to adapt. This is hitting all four mutable signs. Whatever it is, there is a life lesson for you around this time. It's all about the big picture. If you are a cross watcher, if you watch for your rising or your moon, or for your drama teacher, right? Or your husband, Luke, whoever. Mutable signs obviously are going to feel this the most, like really, 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 really feel this, all right? And if you have any planets 12 to 14 degrees in any of those signs in your birth chart, you're going to feel it. There's something, there's got to be some change. Now, some things that, did I put it up here? No, okay, so Saturday, yeah, did I? Yeah, you got Mercury trine Jupiter, and then on Sunday, December 7th, you've got Mercury trine Saturn in Pisces. So that's a package deal for the weekend. Yes, it is another grand water trine. Mercury being in Scorpio still, okay? So remember, Mercury in Scorpio is like very emo, okay? Has that intensity, spiked hair and everything. And it's gonna be an emotional weekend because you've got this grand water trine that's hitting your 8th house, your 2nd house, yeah? And also, who else is involved here? Oh gosh, your 4th house. So there's gonna be some money stuff. And they're trines, right? It's a grand water trine, so great stuff. These trines are just make things effortless for you. And you got Jupiter in the mix in your 8th. There's gonna be money stuff and relationships and intimacy and wealth building and again, your legacy. But here's the bigger picture. You're gonna have a lot of family stuff this month, Sagittarius. I've told you this. You've been going through some family stuff for many years now. So remember, this Saturn is on his way out of your 4th house. He's gonna move into your 5th when we get to February 2026. All right? But the other reason why this is going to be a very emotional weekend is because the moon is going to be in Cancer all weekend. The moon rules Cancer, so Cancer rules the 4th. So there's going to be a lot of family stuff for you over the weekend, and it's a good thing. It's a great weekend. You got family. It's all about nurturing your maternal side, might come out, paternal side, heightened emotions, intuition, all of that, okay? But feeling extra blessed with Jupiter in the mix. You know, the moon, like I said, rules Cancer, will conjunct Jupiter too over the weekend, all right? Remember, Jupiter's exalted in Cancer. So something really, really special, really optimistic here, can be even like gushy. But I want you to think about the weekend of October 24th to the 26th, when we had our first Mercury, you know, grand water trine with Jupiter and Saturn, because Mercury was at the same degree. So there could be a little deja vu here. It's Mercury, so conversations, agreements, travel, siblings, your local community, things like that, right? So Saturn, sure, part of this grand water trine, great. He's direct this time, gonna feel different, okay, than the last time when he was retrograde. But he's still gonna make you work hard, all right? And it's gonna be, again, more about you rolling up your sleeves. So, cross watchers, obviously the water signs are gonna feel this the most. I'm gonna throw in Virgo and Capricorn too, so the earth signs as well, all right? If you have any planets in your chart, 24 to 26 degrees, you're gonna feel it the most. Now, Monday, December 8th, we're going to have to talk about this, Sagittarius. You've got Mars square Saturn. Mars is in your sign, Saturn and Pisces, right? So you got the two malefics in a showdown. So there's a little bit of pressure, a little bit of conflict. This is honestly going to be something with home and family. Remember, Saturn's here testing you, right? In your fourth. And bringing in a little bit of, well, let me see here. Got to bring in a little bit of your second, okay? You really do have a lot of money stuff. Yeah, a lot of you are getting new jobs, by the way. There's something with salary. There's something here with money. There's something here with finances. Big theme for you. All month. And something testing not only your belief system or even your freedom, but also your self-worth, even your values. That's Mars square Saturn for you, okay? You, Sagittarius. And just looking here, that grand water trine, by the way, with Mercury and Scorpio, your 12th. Yeah, they're just, it's very, just expect it, a lot of intuitive energy. Just trust your intuition. But back to Mars square Saturn, it's just more mutable energy again. So be flexible, okay? This is a square off between these two planets that's actually nearing the end of their life cycle, yeah? And in fact, if you can think back all the way back to August 10th, 2023, that's probably when you were just like, okay, that's where it all started, because that's when we started this cycle with Mars conjuncting Saturn in Pisces. So anything from that point forward, these two planets, yeah, they were doing their dance. What was a 2-year story for you? Playing out in home, family, significant other, parents, grandparents, children, all of that, okay? Your roots, home, literally, as in moving, etc., okay? But you're at the home stretch. Remember, Saturn is going to be changing signs. Gave you a little break over the summer. Here's the thing. Mars doesn't like being tested. Saturn is going to be testy right now. And so there may be a little bit of pressure here. There may be some, you know, even for you, there may be some legal matters as well. Just have some practice patience, right? Especially with Saturn when he does these little pop quizzes. And I always say use these aspects, don't let them use you, right? Mars is physicality. So do some gardening, work off that energy. It's so close to the full moon, yeah? And that full moon is restless energy. And Gemini rules the nervous system. So take a hip hop dance class, just burn that energy off. There's something else that's happening that's pretty big that's not on the whiteboard. And again, remember, a lot of aspects not on the whiteboard. We're gonna, when we break it down week by week, I'm gonna cherry pick what's more relevant to you, Sagittarius. But one thing that's happening is Venus in your sign will be conjuncting the fixed star Antares. at 10 degrees. So we normally do the fixed stars and the bonus spreads, right? But I have something else planned for tier 3 members, okay? If you can remember way back in March, if you've been a subscriber since then, I did that channeling session, 525 BC came up, and I'll leave that video at the end of this video or in the description box. But here's the thing. 525 BC is when we had that occultation of Venus and Taurus, meaning Venus passed behind the fixed star, obscured from view. Yeah. I'll talk a lot more about this on Great Awakener, but just know they meet again in this conjunction, though. Okay, so Venus, which is love and money and creativity, and your sign, which is all about honesty and truth and your values, it's blending its energies with a royal star of honor and passion, but also power to an obsession, okay? And it can be consuming and it can be extreme. And in a sense, it's like bringing a little bit of conflict in for your pleasures. So just be mindful this entire day. Yeah? There may be some feelings that you feel. Okay? Just letting you know. You got Mars in your sign, you got Venus in your sign, and Taurus in your sign, and they're acting up, okay? They're acting up. The good news is that this conjunction is going to get a bit of a surge from the moon in Leo, all right? 10 degrees exact. And that's highly creative energy. It's very romantic energy. It's very expressive, and Leo does rule your 9th, which is your home. That's why I like this for you. And Leo is also associated with royalty. So just be mindful on this day. There may be something here that could be felt strongly, but you can definitely channel this energy creatively. All right. Mutable signs, by the way, Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, Pisces will feel this day the most. Yeah. You got planets 24, 26 degrees in your chart. You're going to feel Mars square Saturn the most. Okay. Now, another thing is this is all happening when Mercury will be opposite Uranus, by the way. Okay. So there's that axis that I've talked about, Mercury being in Scorpio opposite Uranus and Taurus. So that is all about finances and relationships and investments. Yeah. So, and that can be literally like investments, stocks, money, saving for your future, building your wealth, but also investments in like relationships. So it does seem like there's something here work related for you, because Uranus in Taurus is your 6th, and Uranus is all about surprises. Anyway, another thing that is that I didn't put that. No, and then Thursday on the 11th, yeah, Mercury then moves into your sign. Okay, we had this for a hot second in October, right? With Mercury in your sign. Remember, Mercury doesn't do well in your sign. Mercury's all about the facts and logic. You're more philosophical. So just compromise. It's all about that compromise, but it is optimistic, which is great. And you've got Mercury, Venus, Mars, the Sun, Juno, all crammed in your sign. You're going through some extraordinary change. And I want you to use this, okay? Remember, it's been 2 years since you've had Mars in your sign. Please use this, all right? There's something here you're really going to be like very hyper-focused on in terms of changing your life. Yeah? And it may actually have to be, there's something to be said with relationships for you. It's to be honest, and partnerships, legal matters, contracts. Yeah, I am really close to the camera. Anyway, I'm like holding onto this desk leg thing. Anyway, Sunday, December 14th, I should probably put a pillow in my back. I'll do that later. Mars moves into Capricorn. So, wow. Mars is leaving your sign. That's fine. That's fine. Remember, I said Capricorn rules your second house of income, money. So this is great for you. And remember, Mars is exalted in Capricorn. He thrives here. He's the CEO. He's the creative director. Before creative directors even existed, like this is a big deal. And it's been 2 years since Mars has been in Capricorn. So this is very interesting. We'll talk more about this next week, but you've got Jupiter exalted in Cancer and Mars exalted in Capricorn, okay? So that's the Cancer Capricorn axis, which is your money axis, Sagittarius. Yep. You got a lot of money stuff this month, but Mars is drive and ambition and determination, and he is in a sign that's all about drive and ambition and determination, all right? Resilience. So you are now going to be very, very, like, hyper-focused on setting realistic goals, right? Remember, Saturn ruled, so bringing in that reality check. It's gonna be a time for you. It's gonna be a big moment for you. There's a lot happening. Remember, the South Node in Virgos are 10th, and so you're having career changes too. Okay, but you will definitely be this productivity machine. Like, honestly, with Mars and Capricorn, it's all about your legacy, to be honest. All this Saturnian energy that keeps you extra disciplined and focused. You're gonna love it. And remember, this is for about 2 months. Okay. Now, what else can I tell you? Let's get to Friday. Let's get to your new moon. Friday, December 19th. Yeah, there you go. You got the new moon in your sign, 28 degrees. We're gonna talk about this more in your weekly forecast. Just know this new moon is more about you seeking your freedom, okay? And wanting to expand and explore more wisdom. This is you, again, changing your life in ways that you've been waiting for. This is like you, just after a lot that you've been going through, all this mutable energy, if you haven't noticed already, for the past few months, pretty much the entire year, all this crazy mutable energy. So many changes, Sagittarius, that you've been going through, all right? So this is you being Aaron Paul, the season finale of Breaking Bad. Yeah, this is it. This is your new moon. The only thing about this new moon is that it's going to be flanked by the Sun square Saturn, the Sun square Neptune, and Venus in your sign, square Saturn. So family stuff, okay? Home and family. Saturn is testing your freedom, your beliefs. Maybe it's someone in your life as well, a parent, even a boss or an authority figure. If like things are cool at home, there can be some work stuff. But with this new moon, what is the lesson you need to see? With all this Saturnian energy, okay, what is the truth, right? So remember, you're the archer, right? So please set intentions with this new moon. You get one shot here. You got one shot, because Saturn's not going to make it easy. He's the one holding the bullseye thing. He's like, So get all Katniss Evergreen, whatever her name is. Anyway, the other thing, but here's the thing. Remember, you got 4 planets in your sign. You're going to be fine. And actually, Juno will be conjuncting the moon. And Juno, remember, Jupiter's wife, Hera in Greek, is all about truth, justice, equality in relationships, in partnerships, in contracts, agreements, all of that, all supporting you, all right? So, Sunday, December 21st, we officially move into Capricorn season, and the winter solstice. Happy winter, happy winter, summer, fall, spring, winter, spring, summer, happy summer in the Southern Hemisphere. And we'll talk more about this in your weekly forecast, okay? Just know you are going to be when it comes to money, all right? Capricorn ruling your second, and your values and relationships and even food, okay? So the big thing here is that, remember, you already got Mars in Capricorn. You're moving into Capricorn season. It's all about structure. It's all about leadership. It's cardinal energy we're moving into, yeah? Building that bridge. Saturn builds those bridges. So the overall feel is grounding, right? We're bringing that earth energy, okay? Remember, mountain goat. All right, now, Wednesday, December 24th, Venus moves into your, out of your sign into Capricorn. And that's just it is very structured. It's very goal-oriented when it comes to relationships and money for you, money. finances, income, salary, but also just, again, material possessions could be a thing for you as well with Venus and Capricorn. It is a little strict, Venus and Capricorn, but it's because there's high standards here. With Venus and Capricorn, there's devotion. Remember, Capricorn is not only Saturn ruled, but all about the long term. Yep, commitments, like in it to win it. So you're, like I said, you're gonna be very serious, okay, about money and relationships. And then lastly, on December 30th, you got Mars that's going to align with the nodes of fate at 11 degrees. How amazing. How amazing. So expect a fated turn of events at the end of the calendar year. Remember, North Node in Pisces, South Node in Virgo. There's something here. There's something here with money and work and career. There's something that you're leaving. There's something here that's changing, like home as well. And this is Mars with aligning with the node, so it's a great nodal axis. Let me see something for you real quick. Yeah, there's something here for work. By the end of this month, there's work stuff that's got to be changing. I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of y'all have new work things. If you're not here for work or career, your sixth house is your everyday activities. And I bring that in, Taurus rules that, right? I bring that in because we will have the moon in Taurus. So we will have a grand Earth trine. On top of Mars with a node. So really, we'll talk about your weekly forecast. So let's get started. Let's see what's going on for you for December 2025 Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Oh, let's go. Let's do it. I'm going to put this down here. And this, okay, so let's just get started. Sagittarius, come on. You cracked me up. You cracked me up. Did you see that? Look at that. I love that. So Sagittarius, I'm gonna see, you're the first sign I'm doing, right? So I haven't even tested this out. It's like 3 in the morning. I'm joking. It's not. Okay, so let me see. Make sure that you can see everything here. Yeah. Okay, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising. It's so interesting looking at you from the right. Yeah. Yeah. I'm left-handed. I'm very, like, it's not, okay. Come on, stop it. Sagittarius, I do a traditional Celtic cross spread, offers the best overview, especially for a monthly forecast. If we need to put clarifiers, we will. And love y'all. Happy birthday. Listen, what are y'all doing? What y'all do for your birthday? What are y'all doing for your birthday? I hope you are doing something fun, like horseback riding. Do something fun, okay? Take an art class in Alaska. I don't know. Anyway, let's do this. What do we got here, Sagittarius? Wow. You're gonna be fine. You're gonna be good. There's gotta be something that happens, and it's gonna make you stronger. Okay? It is gonna be a significant month. You see that clearly. You also see money right off the bat. You got the King of Pentacles, which is really great. So that energy of being very pragmatic, being practical, like you're going to feel it right away, okay? And I say that because King of Pentacles, that's how he is. But this is ownership. I told you it's Saturn. Saturn rules this month. And so there is this quality of just like really taking life by the horns and just with your energy, planets in your sign, but all this Capricorn energy that you're moving into with Saturn just going direct as well. Whoa, you are not messing around and you're seeking wealth in a huge way. You have the King of Pentacles, okay? He's the richest king. Like I said, you got all this money stuff happening for you when you see what's happening for you this month. And so that can be, especially with Jupiter and Cancer in your 8th as well. And that's until next summer. And so money will really be on your mind, and it can be investments as well, like I said. That can be royalties, bonuses, commissions. It can be shared bank accounts. It can be inheritance. It can be a lot of different things, right? So there's this sense of really, again, taking ownership in which direction do you want to go? How are you going to steer your own ship when it comes to your finances? All right. But there is also an element of taking care of your own, okay? Like taking care of your family, right? Your kingdom, whatever that is, what is relevant for you with that King of Pentacles. And then you have the Hermit and the harder your spread. I'm not surprised. You've got, what, 3 planets in your sign? You got a new moon in your sign? Yeah, that's a big deal. You're going to be going, it's all about you. And it's your birthday season. You go through changes through your birthday season. You think about, what are the accomplishments I made? What are the ones that I want? Everyone, right? Everyone does that through their birthday seasons. But you've got all these planets in your sign. So you've got this big boost, and a lot of it is just really soaking things in, absorbing things. You're going to be a little bit of an observer. It's almost like astral projection, right? Like you leave your body and then you see yourself, right? So it's almost like you are going to like remove yourself from your circumstances, and I would recommend this, and just see things from a new perspective. That's what your sign represents, right? It's seeing things in a new lens. And again, it's all about broadening your horizons, knowing that there's no limit. It's all about expanding things. In order to do that, you've got to go within. You've got to do some introspection. You're going to go deep because you have the Ace of Cups in your challenge area. There's something that you want that you haven't gotten yet, and you want it. You got to know how to get it. Yeah. Change comes from within. You would know that you're a mutable sign, okay? And look at this. With the 3 of Pentacles in your crown, yeah, a lot of you are seeking this collaboration with others, working with others. It can be work, new career, new job, whole new industry. It could be family. Whatever it is, you want structure. They're seeking structure. There is a sense of bonding here, right? It's in your crown. And so there's something here aligning spiritually with you. You need people in your life right now, all right? But again, you've got to go within and figure out who are those people and why do I seek them, okay? Or if it's current relationships, how do I want to make this work? Because at the core of this card, like I said, is bonding. Bonding raises your oxytocin levels. Really great. But there's something here that's really serious about it, because you also got the 8 of Cups and the root of your spread. This card is literally attributed to Saturn in Pisces. That's the first decan. So, wow. You're ready to leave something behind. And it might not be easy. It may be a really hard decision for you. But you know something's better. And it just feels like you're not getting something that you want. So now you're going to go get it. Okay? And that just makes you strong, powerful. Yeah. You got 2 kings, you know that, right? So the King of Swords up here. Strategic, great decision maker, even mediator energy. He can be very forceful, all right? So, but it is a King of Swords, and he is the most intelligent king. And he's clever, and he's cunning, and people listen to him, okay? He's brilliant. And it's like, you put on a good TED Talk, you're hooked. You're hooked. It's the King of Swords. And so it does look like you're moving into a place of power. And King of Swords could also represent signing something, a verbal agreement, making a decision or announcement, like I said. Like, I quit, right? Or cutting the cord on this. Whatever it is, you got your power. Let's get to your staff. Sagittarius, listen. What's going on here? What time? Okay, we're good. If you like this reading, it'd be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments. Tell me what is going on. Tell me. And you know I love y'all, right? Happy birthday. Are you Are any of y'all doing anything really fun on December 10th or the 19th? Those are big days. Okay. Okay. Five of Wands. Yeah. You're expending a lot of energy into things that are so not worth your time. Okay? And because a lot of y'all have so much family energy, it could be also not seeing eye to eye with your children or your kids as well. Okay? But and because of this sixth house energy, I'm going to throw in colleagues and employees. There may be not seeing eye to eye. There's something here that's also saying, was it me? Am I the one? Right? I would not overthink things, overanalyze things, especially the first week with that full moon in Gemini, okay? And then also with the fact that you've got the nodes activated as well, okay? Because that includes Virgo energy, South Node in Virgo. Again, very analytical, over analytical, because look at all these swords. You got the Ace of Swords. So perfect right here. You're moving into something. There is this big breakthrough. You see it right here, right? There's also, hello, contract. Yeah? Contract much? You're getting there's something here. An agreement, there's something here that's powerful. It looks like it's you. That's the initiator. But this is a big deal. Ace of Swords in your external factors area. Also really big ideas, breakthrough ideas that could happen here. Aces bring these new opportunities into your life. This new moon's going to be really big for you. It's going to be really big. And a lot of y'all, another thing that's showing up, it is work. You see that, okay? And I say that because you've got the Hermit in the heart of your spread. The Hermit is Virgo. Virgo rules your 10th house of career. And that happens to be Saturn's home, right? And then you have that Three of Pentacles, a Saturn, or a Capricorn card, but also very work related. Pentacles, there you got this. So a lot of work stuff here. And then you have that Two of Swords, okay? It's almost like, again, there may be something where you could be blaming yourself for something that's not even, you're overthinking it. You could be feeling that there was something taken from you emotionally with that Ace of Cups. That Eight of Cups is very empowering, though. You've got to move forward, but you've got to do it on your terms. Yep. And then you have that Five of Swords. This is a lot of swords. It's a conflict card, and the Five of Swords is kind of it's on the offense. There's a little bit of conflict happening here, and it just feels like there's something here that you want to be poking the bear. And fives, again, challenge cards. So just be very mindful. Words are sharp. Yeah, words are sharp. Swords, all about communication, the mind. I wouldn't overanalyze things, overthink things, but it feels, there's this, again, it's almost like there's just people in your life that a lot of it's family, a lot of it's work, but you're not seeing eye to eye, and you've got to get to a point of compromise. The Two of Swords almost feels like there's something just weighing you down. It feels really heavy, and you do see that you've got the Eight of Cups, the Two of Swords, with the moon in both, right? So, a lot of emotions here. Let's see. Let me look at that Five of Swords. All right. Remember, Mars square Saturn is going to be big. Okay, you're going to feel it days before, days after. Mars is in your sign. You're going to be the one that's right. Saturn in Pisces, all about home and family, and it could be about money. There you go. You got the Three of Cups. You're going to be fine. You're going to be fine. Drop those swords. Yeah? Drop those swords. Not worth your time. You're going to be good. Don't let anyone take away your power. You got the 3 of Cups, celebration, right? There's something ending, something beginning. And it seems like it's something that you're manifesting here, right? With the 3 of Pentacles in your crown. You have the 3 of Cups in your final outcome. I love it. It may actually have something to do with relationships and money. That's a big theme for you this month. But this card is attributed to Mercury and Cancer. And so that's really great because Cancer rules your 8th house. Mercury, again, communication. It could be something that you're announcing, great news that you hear. Time to celebrate. It is your birthday season. How fitting. All right, let's break it down week by week. I want to see some things for you, Sagittarius. The first week of December. Well, I mean, the biggest thing would be the full moon in Gemini on December 4th, which is, you don't need to know, okay? But it is December 4th. You got a couple other things happening. It really is, that's the highlight. You've got Mercury trine Saturn and Jupiter as well over the weekend, December 6th and the 7th. That's really nice, all right, with the moon in Cancer as well. So I really like that energy for you. There's the one thing that I would say is, like, don't be your own enemy. Yeah, that's the biggest. Just don't. All right, and don't fight people off. You want to get closer to people, but again, it's like, who are these people? What do they mean to you? Yeah. Let's see what's going on for you the first week. And I say that because Mercury is in your 12th. Remember, I talked about that in Scorpio. Oh yeah. You got the 4 swords. Literally everything I just said. Don't overanalyze things. Don't overthink things. Don't be the the bear poker. You got the 4 swords, which is all about having that equilibrium, that peace of mind. Just have this relief up here. Know that you've got comfort all over you, all around you, surrounding you. But when you've got Mercury and Scorpio in your 12th, the lower expressions, as you know, would be like isolation, removing yourself, withdrawal. It's also like self-sabotage. So it does feel like that may be some things that you may be working on, okay, this month. But you do have that bundle of planets in your sign. Use them, please use them. Yeah, take risks. Your sign is all about taking risks. All right. Now, second week, by the way, that's when you got Mars square Saturn, and then even with Mercury opposite Uranus, that's going to be December 10th. That's just right before Mercury moves back into your sign. And then let me see here. Okay. And then Mars moves into Capricorn. Those really are the big things for that week. So let's see what's going for you for the second week. Yep. That's a big week for you. Second week's a big week. You're good. You're going to be fine. You're going to be good. So the second week, when you have Mercury move into your sign, but then also Mars moving into Capricorn at the same time, you're going to feel. I like that. I love that. I mean, this is happy everything, and this has everything to do with family and children and love and relationships and your emotions, and it's cups, right? Enlightenment, feelings, intuition, all of that. But this is that fairy tale happy ending. I mean, it indicates this promising future. And so there is a lot of makeup energy that's coming through as well. That's, yeah, okay. So just don't trust your intuition and be in touch with your emotions, yeah? Because it is that Saturn energy is going to be strong. Now, the third week, we've got the new moon in your sign. It's big. It's big. And then remember, you've got all these squares around it. Venus is going to square Saturn. Remember, Venus is going to be in your sign. That's going to happen Saturday, December 20th, the same day that the sun is going to square Neptune. So it really is all about setting boundaries, okay? And with Venus in your sign squaring Saturn, there's something here not seeing eye to eye about money. It was something where it could be, you could feel a little restricted in a relationship or finances, money matters. It's fleeting. It's a little moment. Don't let that take away from that amazing new moon in your sign. All right? Let's see let's see. Third week. Oh, of December. That new moon's got your name all over it. Literally, it's a new moon in your sign. You got the Eight of Wands. That's your card, you know that, right? It's attributed to Mercury and Sagittarius. So yeah, you could get really great news. This is, look at that, it's all about swiftness. This is brisk and fun and invigorating. Look at all the wands, your passions, a lot of energy here, right? Wands are very work-related, profession, career, enterprise, all of that. But also, we do call them like arrows of love if you are here for love. But this is really amazing because it looks like there's something that's like just now things are really moving for you. So again, even with these squares, you can use them. You can use them. Don't let them use you. Now, the last week, oh yeah, we move into Capricorn season. We got the winter solstice. We do have Mercury square Saturn. That's going to be Monday, December 29th. This is almost like, this is the moment where you're like, okay, so what is the lesson that you needed to learn, right, with Saturn as we end the calendar month, right? If you haven't learned the big lesson at this point, Saturn's not going to let you, he's not going to let you into 2026. You're going to have to learn your lesson. The other thing is Juno leaves your sign. Juno moves into Capricorn. And so there's a sense of justice brought to finances and relationships and marriage and love and all of that. But anyway, and she is a little bit more serious, okay, when she's in Capricorn. So let's see what's going on for you with the last week. Yeah? Oh yeah, you got Mars with the nodes of fate on the day after. Money, and career, and home and family. Let's see what you can expect, Sagittarius, for the last week of December. Oh, wow. You're going to be fine. You're going to be good. You got, something's propelling you forward. Everything, literally, when I talk about these nodes of fate, these alignments that affect the mutable signs the most, right? Oh, it's taking you somewhere. It's taking you somewhere, right? You got that Page of Wands with that Three of Cups, with the Ace of Swords. Look at this. Look at what you can expect moving forward. So you're good. You're going to be fine. Just, put down the swords. You're going to be fine. Sagittarius, thanks so much. Next week, I'll be back, okay? Next week, I'll be back. And Tier 3 members, really good and legendary members. Yeah, we're going to do the bonus spread. We're going to look at love, career, money. I might pull the card. I did get the Visconti. I'll talk about it later, but I did get the Visconti di Madrone tarot deck. I never had it. Could you believe that? So look at that. I might pull the card. We may do it. It is your birthday. Maybe I'll do one for you right now, Sagittarius. But it's like you can't even shuffle this deck. You can't shuffle this deck. Look at that. It's the very first. It's from the 14th century. Not this. This is a recreation of it. But okay. I'll do one for you. It's your birthday. It's your birthday season. Let's see. What does Sagittarius got to know? What do they got to know about this month? What do they have to, what's their big message? I can't even, this is crazy. Let me try something here. Okay, we're going to do this Sagittarius. What is the big message for Sagittarius? What they got to know for their birthday month? I need my glasses. Oh, wow. You got the world. You're good. Your life is changing. This is the end of your journey. What did I say? What did I say? Bon voyage. You're about to move into this brand new journey, brand new era. There's your affirmation. You got the world, okay? The end of the major arcana. Oh, you got some life lessons you learned. Everything's wrapping up right here. And the world is attributed to the planet Saturn. Talk about fated card. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Sagittarius, thanks so much. Tier 3 members, you know where to find the link for the bonus spread. We'll do another one. Look how beautiful these cards are. Look at that. Anyway, all right. Thanks so much. I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.